Sup with it, everybody? It's me. It's your favorite smoker, your favorite bitch, Cerise, coming back to you guys with a whole nother vlog, or actually with a brand new vlog. And it's day 23, episode 24. Today's actually my last day of my first class. It sucks. It has been a bittersweet moment. But what I can say is that I enjoyed being in the class, or being a part of the digital literacy class. It was really fun getting to know a lot more about. I'm back, like I was saying. It is like a literal bittersweet moment because I was just starting to learn so much about. I actually learned a lot more about the whole digital aspect of everything, but hopefully I get to learn a little bit more about my profession and all of that a lot more really like soon, even though like around September to October. But however, I do have other classes that I have to take, and one of those other classes involves college mathematics, which is something that I'm not good at, honestly, from a college perspective, because this is like my first year. But outside of that, after today, I will no longer be taking digital literacy. This will be like the last class of the day, and that last class of the month, and that would be it, y'all. Like, that's crazy. Which is weird because I started like 3 weeks ago. Literally 3 freaking weeks ago. So, I got my black to smoke. I'm going to chill, figure out what I'm wearing for my last class, because later on I have somewhere to go. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I'm back. It's 6:07. I'm sad, y'all. Like, I was just starting to learn so much about digital literacy. Like, it sucks that, that it's come to an end because it's only been literally 3 weeks of this. Well, technically speaking, 4 weeks because we're on week 4. But I'm kind of upset this is over. Of course, I'm watching my good sis Kiyoshi work on YouTube right now, but that's besides the point. I have like, an hour or 30-something minutes till my class starts, because it starts at 7:30. But we might get an early start, maybe. I don't know. But I'm super duper excited about this, about the last class, because actually I wanted to get cute for the last class, but I'm like, no, I might just get cute just because around like 2022 of March, because that's like my last class, like my last class. Let me see. Let's see. The one class that I have in April of next year is it's quite interesting. Why, you may ask? Because it's college mathematics, and I have that next year. But however, after this class is over, I got behavioral science, which starts next month, and after that I got music production technology. I'm excited about this class. Well, actually about these two classes, because one, science is like my favorite subject, and music production technology is kind of a thing. Of course, I love music and I love technology, so it'll be quite interesting to see how this goes. But however, still in April, I'm not looking forward to college mathematics, because I gotta ask my mom, like, what is college mathematics? I never heard that before. I don't know how to feel about that overall, because that's just something that I'm not comfortable with. Because I just don't know. And I think I might watch a couple of videos and see if any other students besides me had this complication before with the college mathematics, for sure, but we'll get into that like in a later date. So yeah. But I think I might watch Layla, so I can, not Layla, Lila Lee, I think, maybe, I don't know. I might watch some of her videos or something of the sort to see what she's got going on, and a couple of other Los Angeles Film School attendees. Most likely within either film production or music production science, or science of music production, for sure. So yeah, I will see you guys in a little bit when my class starts. So yeah. Okay, so it's like 7:07. I got like at least 20-30 minutes, I do believe, till my last class starts. So for now I'm just gonna sit, chill, and watch Persona 5 Royals now. That's just because I don't have nothing much to do after this. I'm gonna see if Miss Stacy will let me redo, or redo the project on from week 3, so I can get my grade up. But hopefully if she let me, it's okay. But if not, cool. But it's no biggie. It's no big deal. But hopefully, my last grade for this month won't bring it down too bad. Because I really do need to get this tech kit. I really, really do need it. Because I want to start making my own music and stuff like that. So it's very important that I make sure I pass. But hopefully, the video that I sent for the project was okay. And I hope that got graded as well. So I won't know what my actual grade is until probably tomorrow, or technically not even tomorrow. I would say in a week or so. So I'm not gonna know fully. Yeah, so I'm not gonna really find out until about a week, and yeah. So I'll get back to you guys before my class starts, so you guys will get to hear bits and pieces of what the lesson is, or not even the lesson, or whatever the case may be, because after today, I have nothing tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. I'm off. Well, I'm out of class for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, actually. Which is a good thing, so which means I won't get my grade, I won't get my grade until, tomorrow? If not tomorrow, I will get it Monday. So that gives me something to look forward to, which I'm super excited about. But I'm finna go make me a bacon sandwich because I got bacon in the oven, because this kid is hungry. And I haven't had any weed to smoke because, of course, after yesterday eating pizza and smoking, I was completely tired out, which kind of made my vlog a little short. But I can't wait to tell you guys the school that I'm attending due to quarantine in about 2 months from now. So once I get my tech kit and do the unboxing and stuff like that for you guys will actually know. Of course, with everything that's being set to stone. So therefore, I will see you guys a little bit later. I'm gonna go make me a sandwich and watch Persona 5 Royal gameplays from Johnny Awesome. I'm on part 114, the Unjust game, and yeah, and I think after this I might binge watch me some animes like Air Masters or something from Crunchyroll, because I haven't watched any anime in the past couple days because I've been busy with my classes and and stuff like that. So yeah, so I will see you guys shortly.
Is it, you got a little scenic route you take?
Yeah, it's on the way. So I live in Colorado, so you see the mountains the whole, you're getting closer as you get to work.
Cool.
So it's pretty nice. And now you don't have constant rattling as you're getting there.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, I'll take it. Let me jump over to chat here. Good. Hey, thanks for throwing those congrats in. That's awesome. Good job, everybody. This is a community, and we celebrate together. Let's see. Diamond, good for you. You got some exciting news. That's super cool. I am so glad to hear that you had news that made it much better. Those are the kind
I don't know if it would make it better, but my news was that I got a first A in one of my classes.
Nice. Hey, high five. That's super cool. Good for you. Good for you. Thanks for sharing. Our last session together, and this has been an awesome, awesome month. Thank you to everyone who's used your microphone to jump in. Tonight is no different. I want to hear you, and I want to hear you extra because this is our last session together. But before we talk about tonight's topic, which, by the way, is really light, we're going to have just a great discussion. We'll probably get out a little early because I know that on the last class, I always prefer that as a student, like end on a high note, a nice light, topic. So before we do that, I want to talk about just really one thing, one just small housekeeping thing that's unique to this week. So we've talked about, like in week 2, we talked about your grades, and we talked about now at this point, as we're going into, we're actually now almost halfway through week 4, you have a pretty accurate picture of where your grade is going to fall. You've got the different modes on the platform. You've got the best possible grade, you've got a trending grade, you've got your current grade. Well, the best possible grade and the trending grade are now really going to help you kind of get a rough idea of where you might land at the end of the course based off your past work. Now, I believe I'm all caught up on grading any late work, special case work, anything like that. So everyone's grade should be pretty much dialed in for the first 3 weeks of class. There may be a couple straggling week 3 assignments that need to get graded. Tomorrow is my late grade day, so that's entirely possible. But now's a good time to look, where am I at as far as the class? Where am I at? Am I going to pass? How far over am I going to pass? Am I not going to pass? What's going on? There's not really a ton as far as the previous weeks that I can do as far as allowing late work and things like that. Like that's kind of now all in the past. But it's a great opportunity for you to see where am I sitting for the class. So I'd encourage you, just take 30 seconds as soon as we're done here. It's all on that dashboard for the LMS. So go ahead and look for it and just kind of see where you're at. That's the first thing. The second thing is there's something unique to week 4. So we're in week 4 right now. Next week for this class will be week 5. Now, what does that mean for you? Not a whole lot. Week 5 is more for instructors and grading and getting final grades done for the course, which is very similar to what I'm sure you're familiar with previous education. As soon as you went off to winter break, all the instructors had to get the grades done for that semester, summer break, end of the year, that kind of thing. Same goes with this, except for us, it's every 5 weeks. So here's what's going to happen is this deadlines for this week are very similar to what they've been. You have something due tonight, and then you've got your project due on Sunday, and then you have your live class questions also due on Sunday. But there's one unique thing here. I'm just going to scroll down. There is no late work covered this month. So here's what we covered. In week 1, we talked about the tools you need to create. How do you create documents? How do you create files? A structure that you're able to use, that you're able to collaborate with classmates, with clients, all that kind of stuff. And how is it something that would benefit your career? So we talked all about how the cloud, Google Drive, how all those tools work. In week 2, we talked about tools to communicate. How is it when you communicate on something, you can communicate confidently? The answer is we look into our information. We look into our facts. That's really important to us. We fact check. We're very thorough in what we're doing. So that's a value that we talked about, so that when we communicate, the people who work with us know that we are dead on with our facts. We're accurate. We care about what we're saying. We're not just lip service. In week 3, we talked about tools to present. How did we present ourselves online? What are things that we're doing right now that we really like? We say, hey, this is something that I'm proud of. And what are things where we go, hey, you know what, actually that doesn't really go with my brand anymore. I want to tweak this. I want to do something different. I want to maybe line up some posts or pictures or pages with these values instead of those values, because those values were when I was in high school. Now I'm in college, and I'm a professional who wants to get my business off the ground. So how do we do that? And then tonight, we are going to talk about tools for a digital age. Tools for a digital age. And we're going to jump right into that. But I put all this in front of you so you can remember what it is we've talked about, what it is you've achieved. What it is you've achieved. Because like I said, this is no small thing. You should be proud of yourself for doing what you've done this month. I know, like I said at the beginning, a lot of us, this was new. This was a new experience. And yeah, maybe we had a late assignment because we didn't, we missed a deadline, or we got confused, or yeah, maybe we didn't get we didn't totally get the grade we wanted on that first week because, we were getting it figured out. But a lot of you have really risen to the challenge and done a great job. So you should be proud of yourself. Please know, I'm clapping for you. This is my picture little hand thing on Zoom for you. So, good job, everybody. You should be proud. Now, let's dive into tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is going to deal with digital citizenship. Digital citizenship. And if you want to follow along, which remember my rule, if you're driving, eyes on the road, not on the screen, I will narrate. But if you're somebody who wants to go through the content that I'm using as I'm going through it, tonight we have an opportunity to do that. Go ahead and go to assignment 4.2. 4.2, and there's a document called The 9 Elements of Digital Citizenship. The 9 Elements of Digital Citizenship. I'm going to go ahead. I've got my timer up. I'm going to give us just 1 minute here. If you want to go find that and you want to have that document up while we're talking about it, please feel free. So go ahead, take a minute, go grab it. And if you are not grabbing it, you want to read it off my screen, which is totally fine, that will also work. It's your choice. All right, I'm going to give us another 20 seconds or so.
You said assignment 4.2, correct?
Yeah. Yep, Understanding Digital Citizenship, 4.2. The document, when you get there, looks like, I'll go ahead and grab it, looks like this. You've got the lumberjack and the mid-90s people on the phone. That's probably a flip phone, by the way. So, digital citizenship, what exactly are we talking about? Remember, we've seen that word digital pop up quite a bit this month, right? We've seen it, and we have defined it as the tools that we use, whether it be a smartphone, an iPad, a computer, a soundboard, whatever it is that is an electronic device that we're using to accomplish something. So digital, that definition we've been working with all month. Citizenship, though, citizenship, that could have a lot of different implications. So I want to try and kind of lead us in the right direction here. Citizenship in this application is talking about kind of a rules of conduct, or kind of a rules for the road. If someone said a minute ago, I have to then mail it, right? Okay, so I'd have to go mail it. Okay, cool. So you and I, let's say all of us met. We met because we were having a DGL August term reunion, right? We were going to have a reunion, and because money's apparently no object, we flew over to pay for the check, right? Okay. All right, cool. So tell me this, 30 years ago, how many people had a computer at their desk? How many people? Do you think it was common or uncommon?
It was uncommon. I think it was very few people had access to a computer.
Yeah, exactly. It was very uncommon. Very few people. So because of that, let's go back to, I believe it was David who said he has blue light glasses for the computer screen. That wasn't a thing. That wasn't a thing because nobody was staring at a computer screen, right? It was like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't I'm sitting at my desk with papers and I need to go talk to somebody, so I will physically go stand up and walk over to them, or I will physically go over to the next building, to their office or whatever. I'd walk to the fax machine. So we used to do things very differently. But with the advent of the internet, all of a sudden, we now do so many things and live so much of our life, or maybe rely so much on the internet to do all sorts of tasks, right? Citizens in a digital world, right? We are now citizens in a digital world. And so now there are things that we all kind of inherently know because computers and technology has been out for a while. And so there are things where now these things are just normal to us. So like, let's go back to the birthday gift example. So we need to do a birthday gift. I don't know about you, but like, I'm probably going to look on Amazon, order something, and have it shipped to your house without ever getting off the couch, right? Now, no big deal. But I need to be careful, because if I'm shopping for a gift for you, I'm going to be putting my credit card in the internet. So I want to buy it from a reputable place because I don't want to get ripped off. Well, I need to that we frankly don't really want to deal with, or we don't have time to deal with, because like that's a real drag to get a new card and all that kind of stuff. So we need to be very careful. Can someone tell me, when it comes to buying and selling goods on the, like, I don't even want to have a picture of me on Facebook because that's too much. And so for them to order anything online, it was like, no way. There's no way I'm going to do that. And over time, it was like, well, wait, no. There are safe places on the internet, and there are places where we actually can buy and sell goods safely. So this is something that is doable, but we really do have to be careful and understand the code of conduct, the digital citizenship on how do we live on the internet but buy and sell safely. So great job. Thank you, everybody. Good discussion. Let's jump to number 4. Can I have a reader, please, for digital etiquette?
I'll do it. This is Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Digital etiquette refers to electronic standards of conduct or procedures and has to do with the process of thinking about others when using digital service devices. Teachers can include digital...
That's kind of something that is becoming more common, unfortunately, because there's so many places on the internet, blogs, forums, social media, all kinds of stuff. So digital etiquette is really something that we need to understand and we need to be careful of, because the internet doesn't have to be a crummy place, right? It really doesn't. And it makes me really sad when you see groups like on Facebook. I know, I'm sure we've all seen stuff in individual posts, but the thing that really gets me is if you join a group, like a Facebook group or a forum or whatever it might be, and when someone asks a question, hey, what kind of computer should I buy? This is what I need to do. And it's a genuine question. It's a genuine question. Like, they really are saying, I'm reaching out for me.
I'll do it.
Let me hear it.
Okay. Digital health and welfare refers to the physical and psychological well-being in a digital world. Technology provides many opportunities and enjoyment, but knowing how to segment use with all the needs of ourselves and others is key to a healthy, balanced life. Educators, especially in one-on-one schools or classrooms, need to ask the question of how much screen time is appropriate for students. Common Sense Media has developed a guide on this topic.
Yeah, thank you. That was Diamond. Thank you, Diamond. Yeah, so this is really important, and this is something that, by the way, is one of your questions. I want to help you out with your questions for this week. So let's go back to our discussion we had about 30 years ago. Remember, we talked about people didn't really have computers. It was more, not only do I use the blue light glasses, but about every 2 hours I will get up and I will go walk. Like, I may walk on my street. I usually walk in the morning before I start grading. I might get up and take my dogs on a walk. I may go up and I may go into the kitchen and cook something, so I'm on my feet for 45 minutes, then come back here and then keep going. Because sitting here for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, not a good idea. So, callers, what do you do to monitor your digital health and welfare?
I would say for me, since I don't really since I don't really do technology all that well like that, I mostly write, read books. I mostly sing majority of the time.
Yeah, so for you, your rotation might look a little different. Because I totally get what you're saying. Not every job is relying on technology. So that's a really good point. Thank you for sharing that. Who else?
Leonard Thomas here. I know a lot of technology is starting to come out with like digital well-being kind of built into it. Where it's like, hey, you can only use, if you set it up, the right way. You can only use maybe like YouTube for an hour, Facebook like for maybe 2 hours, or like at a certain point in time in the evening, the screen goes from color screen to like gray screen or something like that. So I mean, that's something that the tech heads at the big companies are actually thinking about that.
Yeah, it's now becoming trendy to think about these things with the discussion posts. So make sure you're getting good replies, good. Give me 2-3 sentences. But so far, discussions have been great. Let's talk about your project. Your project is really cool. This is one of the high points as far as project. So what you're going to be doing is you are going to be doing a PSA, a public service announcement, where you are going to be informing an audience. And you can choose who the audience is, whether it's an elementary school class or a group of 20-somethings adults or senior citizens or whatever it might be. You are going to choose an audience and you are going to educate them on one of the themes of digital citizenship. So you're going to pick one of the themes. So for example, I'll go ahead and start the project for you. Maybe you say, hey, you know what? I want to educate senior citizens on digital security and privacy. So the way that I'm going to do that is that in your poster to just get some, make it a bit of a wow factor or a shock factor to educate your audience. The goal is you are trying to educate your audience. Like I said, you get to choose the audience. So based on the audience will dictate how you're going to communicate to them. Because, you would write a script that you were going to read aloud to first graders, very different than you'd write a script and then read it to 12th graders. So that's for you to decide. So you're going to pick one of the 9 themes. We've talked about 3 of them. So you are going to pick one of the 9 themes. You're going to pick your format that you want to use. So here's a list right here. And then you are going to attach either a slide, if you do something in PowerPoint or Keynote, or a document with this information right here. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it. A lot of times students miss it. This is a big part of your grade. You're going to answer these questions. Who is the intended medium? What is it? Which is another way of saying, what are you making? Who's it for? What issue are you choosing to address? And what is your call to action? So an example back to my senior citizens with digital security, the call to action would be go buy antivirus software. That would be my call to action. Just nice and simple. So that is the project. If you would like to use, just because I know we've got so many creative people here, if you want something where you can choose, maybe you want to grab some images or something like that, there's some Creative Commons areas here where you can grab images. Please be sure, let's not rip off anyone else's work. Also, this needs to be an original work. So, you may see, a Norton antivirus software poster that you really like. That cannot be your submission. You need to make an original submission. Like I said, you might go, hey, like I don't have Photoshop yet, or I don't have GarageBand yet, so I'm a little tied. That's fine. Like I said, I'm not grading on design. I'm grading on if you educate your audience, you supply facts, and you answer these questions. That's it. So don't get too stressed on this one, because really it's meant to be fun. It's meant to be something you enjoy. So there is also an example here. Come back. Okay. There's an example right here. This is one you can watch of a. I hope you have fun on this PSA project. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop the recording. If you're watching in archive land, thank you for a great month. I hope that you have gotten as much out of it as I have. This has been a great month. We just had so many great conversations. I want to wish you the best of luck as you continue on. And if you have any questions this week, please feel free to contact me. And like I said, I hope you have just the best last week of DGL and then a great start in your next class.
I'm going to miss you. You were the dopest teacher.
You really should be proud of yourself. And on top of that, I hope your next class, you have a great next class because there's a lot of great classes coming up. So, yeah. If you do have questions, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stay on to answer those.
I'm back, and that was it. But the best part, I ain't got no other class. I ain't got nothing to do for the rest of the week. So, yeah. And this concludes the episode, okay? If y'all like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Also, hit that bell. And help your girl get to 10K subscribers. Please. Help your girl out. Because I don't know how much more smoking I'm going to do in these videos. Despite the fact that I'm going to do them a whole lot more. Because apparently y'all like those. But yeah. Until next time, remember, stay high. And I love you guys.